So there we go. Are we live? I think we're live. Awesome. Okay, so this is Arn, and we're actually just jumping into a very cool event that's taking place in Vegas today. It's about 10 p.m. in the evening where I'm at, but so probably I'm guessing in the middle of the day over there. So what we're seeing is what it looks like inside Project Ares. But what I'm really doing here is to make sure that all the registered players are, well, getting the most out of the event. So I'm just going to check to make sure that everybody has been able to log on. So let's do just a quick look at what's the status. So we have active users here. We have how many we have? That's 10 plus 5. That's 15 plus. Let's see. We're missing some. Okay, so we have 5 users not being able to log on just yet. Maybe they're busy. I don't know. We've sent out some emails to these to make sure that they at least have the information that they need to get started. So in the meantime, let's just check out let's check out the event board and see what's going on. Any activity? Oh yes. So let's sort it by score and see. Okay, so someone is doing pretty good. Okay, maybe it's just me, but I'm suspecting some of these have been playing with Project Ares before. So let's check out what's happening here. So this is Buoy. Not started, he's connected. Not much happening. I've seen the mission stats is showing 0 time, so nothing is happening there. Different here, almost an hour. So Jacob is doing stuff. He's in a mission. In mission 10E, which is one of the new missions in Project Ares, the ransomware mission. So let's see if we can join him and see what he's up to. So let's check out. We just need to observe. That's what we want to do. So let's look at what he is able to see at the moment. So let's see if I can move myself out of this picture. Can I do that? There we go. Definitely up to something. He's trying to connect to a remote desktop. Yeah, he's trying to establish a remote desktop session. Not quite successful at that. There we go. He's trying. So he's doing something, and there we go. So he's entering one of those Windows servers. That's the Windows 2008 server R2. So he needs a username and a password to get to be able to log in on that server. That's cool. Really awesome to be able to follow him and see what he's doing. That's one of the really cool features of Project Ares, of course, just to be able to, as an instructor or as a trainer, to be able to monitor and see how everybody's doing. Do they need help, etc. Now, in this, at the moment, this is just a view. I'm just looking at what he's doing. That's all I can do. But as a trainer, you could also actually participate and interact directly. So that's a really cool feature as well. So this player has been going for 58 minutes and 15 seconds. And yeah, trainers can also make notes here and comment if they need to help some of the participants. In this case, I'm not gonna touch it. But as we can see, he's been working on this for quite a while, and he's a pretty decent score on this mission, a 201 point score. And Athena is working with Team Jacob. I don't know how much he's been chatting to Athena, asking for help. But one of the things you can actually see for each of these players when you're monitoring them on the live event board is to see how many of the objectives they have completed and how much help they've asked for. So there's 6 objectives in this case, and there are 17 hints that he can use in order to complete the mission. So far, he's used 5 of those hints. So not too bad. It's doing pretty good. So that's just a quick look. Who else is there? Yep. So there's Elite. Okay, he's been going for 23 minutes, 54 seconds. Let's see what he's up to. So let's jump in and just observe. Let's not disturb anyone, just to check out what's happening, how they're doing. So we'll have a VNC read-only connection to him and just see what's happening. Right now, not much. So what's going on? Okay, so we have that other user we looked at. He's still trying to log on the Windows server, not quite successful at that. So I think I'll just close that window, not disturb. I don't know. This is a contest. They're having an internal competition, and it's got it to, I don't know, until 8 o'clock in the evening, PST or PDT. What is it? PST? Summertime? Pacific summertime? They do have summertime in Vegas? I don't know. I think PDT is the official, or Pacific time is the correct. Okay, so I'm not going to touch anything. I'm not going to disturb anyone. Just going to check out the players. In this mission at the moment, there are 3 people here. There's Lee, there's me, there's Athena at the moment. And yeah, so Athena in game. Wow, did you hear that? That was the sound of an objective achieved. And the score jumped up to 300. Cool. So let's exit to the map and see if there's anything else we can do. Are we all on the same server? Only see 3 players with me now. We are all on the same server. So let's check out these. Who did we see? We saw Bowie. No, we're not going to touch that. Let's just have a look at the live event board, and I'll sort it by the highest score. There we go. So that's the current status in the live event board. We know that people are playing. I don't know why we don't see everyone in the on the chat. Not sure where that happens. So I'll just keep that open and just simply refresh it from time to time, so you can follow the scores on the different players. So how are we doing? Bowie has 2,675 points. Jacob 2,459. Lead with 2,063 points, and Timalai with 1,304. He's Timalai. She. I don't know. Timalai is in Cyqual at the moment, which is one of the games on Project Ares. So looks like most of them are engaged in missions. That's always fun. Another working with games. but obviously missions are the most interesting for most of the players that we see at CSN at the moment. So again, I'm just going to leave this. I'm going to take myself out of this picture, and keep the stream going, at least for a while. All right. So Arne is back. I just informed just gave a notice to Monique, who is one of the guys who's really behind a lot of the things that CSN is doing, together with a lot of other great people. I just gave her a heads up that they're live. It was really not planned. It was just an impulse from my side. I just jumped on the OBS and got live. So I'm sorry for exposing your skills here, guys. But I hope you can forgive me. This is of course just for fun. So let's refresh the score that we see on the live board. And yeah, you know, Bowie was doing really good just moments ago, but Lead is in the lead. So he's doing pretty well on his the mission, the Stop Terrorist Financing mission. And he's chosen the medium difficulty. Wow, that's quite impressive. So, wow. Okay, let's see. Do we have any information on Lead? Yeah. Okay, so I can't. Some of the names I'm able to recognize from the Game of Titans competition in Vegas earlier, but not sure who Lead is. But he's doing pretty well. Wow. Selected a medium difficulty, and yeah, just spent a few of those very valuable hints those who have followed some of our streams earlier, especially when they did the first large-scale online competition with Project Ares, which was in May earlier this year. You might remember that one of the well, this is gonna be a spoiler. Maybe I'll just keep it to myself. I was thinking about something cool about the hints. No, it's gonna be a spoiler. I'm gonna keep it to myself for the moment. So maybe I'll get back to that a little bit later. But there's a very interesting point about using hints. So let's see how the score is going. We're refreshing, and lead is in the lead with 2,813 points, followed by Bowie with 2,675. Now, they are playing different missions, which of course means that are different amounts of points to be collected, different scores. And of course, if we look at how he's doing here, I can't see that he's spent any hints or made any big progress. Let's just try to join. It says 0 time. Can that be correct? Is he just ready to start? Let's go and have a look see. There we go. Okay, so we just got a photo from Monique, a picture from the class. That looks awesome. We should able to pick that up in the stream, of course, and show everyone. So I don't know if you're able to see me, guys, but hi. I hope you're doing fine, and I really hope you're learning, because that's what it's all about. It's about learning and having fun. So let's get back to this. Who we're looking at? We're looking at Bowie. Was that it? We're looking at Bowie's. Yeah, it's Bowie's mission. So okay, so not much is happening here. Maybe it's disconnected or something has happened. I'm just going to close it and go back to the map and pick up again the live event board. Let's sort the score again. So we have Leet, Bowie, Jacob is doing all right on third place with 2,459 points. He's in this. He was on the ransomware mission. That's always interesting when there's something new. And the mission 10E ransomware is one of the new mission. It's quite recently that was added to the platform. And there are several other new missions as well added to Project Ares recently. So Life and Death is also in a mission. He's or she is in a SCADA mission. Can we check it out? It's been running for 29 minutes. 29 minutes and counting. I'm just gonna take a quick look and see if this is someone I've seen before. I don't think so. So I'll just ask Monique if they can see themselves in the live stream. So what have we got here? Let's see. It was Oh, this is someone experienced. Let's check it out. Let's see what it looks like, and let's see if we can join the life and death session here. Here we go. So Team Life and Death there's just one player. Life and Death, Athena and me is in at the moment. So let's see if we're able to connect to the player session. It's been playing for 30 minutes and some seconds. So as you can see, the scores are not um, actually that live. So it's usually it's going to take a while until the score catches up, especially this one that we see on the front page in this GUI. So let's jump in, see if we can connect to the session here. It's life and death. Here we go. Let's see. Okay, so it's industry control system. It's a SCADA session. Mission 8E, on E stands for easy. This is an easy mission, believe it or not. But not necessarily that easy. So what are we looking at? It's browsing through the sim. Looking for what? Well, we don't know. That's the cool thing about this. We don't know. You know, sometimes you can get a feeling about how worried, how stressed, how confused, or certain people are by just looking at their mouse movements. Have you noticed that? I think this is kind of fun. I see when I sometimes see recordings of myself when I'm playing, when I'm stuck, the mouse goes everywhere, and especially when there's competitions and when there's, well, normally we're talking about in a final, of course. You can actually see the stress level by the mouse movements, so it's a lot of fun. Anyway, not sure that we can understand exactly what's going on in this mission, but as you can see, it's live and there's something is happening. So he'll be busy for or she, I'm sorry, life and death is going to be busy for quite a while, or at least that's what it looks like. Let's check out the scores. Lead at the top, Bowie, Jacob, and Tamalai. These are the top 4 at the moment. Unicorn is doing a stop terrorist financing mission. It's been going for 19 minutes and 46 seconds. One objective is completed, which explains the score, and 5 out of 11 hints have been used. So let's jump in and see what's happening. Yeah. Let's see if we can join here. So there's 200 points registered on the outside of this in mission control, but as we now know, the score that we see in mission control is not exactly the perfect or the correct result from what's been really going on. So the live event board is more precise in giving us that number. Okay, so I'm just curious, how are we doing? What's happening inside? Come on, Unicorn. Are you here? Are you here? Nothing happening? Come on, give us a ping or something. No, nothing. All right. For what's happening inside, and we can't see that on this because we're just seeing what the participants are seeing. But they do have some very clear objectives that has to be completed for them to get the necessary points, you know. So just want to show you something. For each of these, trainers can actually disable the hints, enable or disable the hints, and even Athena can be turned on or off by the trainers. So that's one of the things that makes this very, very cool when you do competitions, especially when the competitions are going over well, extended periods of time, where you have like a free ranging period followed by a qualification and then by a final in the end. So based on based on the kind of people you are that are competing, you can actually increase or decrease how hard every mission is actually going to be. I'm not going to touch anything here, but as you can see, the AI opponent is off. So that's one of the functions that are actually we can centrally manage on the game server. So we can turn on or off the AI opponent. The opponent part will of course make everything a lot harder, because then the artificial intelligence will work as really work against you, and create a lot of variations to the missions. So well, in this example, the stop terrorist financing session, so even if Unicorn had tried this and multiple times without the AI opponent, and we were to turn it off, everything would change so much. It would still be pretty hard mission to complete. So that's just, I wanted to show you that. So let's check out the live event board, see how we're doing. Here we go. On the first place at the moment, it's Leet, closing in on 3,000 points. It's 2,813 points at the moment, followed by Bowie, is 2,675. Both of these are in very, very different missions. So, and scores can jump very, very fast. So, Leet, Bowie, and Jacob are the ones at the moment with the highest score, followed by Tamalai, what does it say? Jazer, Unicorn, Anomaly. What's Kenny doing? Kenny's been doing one mission for an hour and a half, 3 out of 6 objectives solved. Let's join in and see what's happening. This is so cool. So yeah, notice the score here. It's a little bit lower score than what we saw on the live event board. But you have to take into consideration what we see on the live event board is accumulate the score from all activities. So even if he's touched some games or touched a battle room, that would also count in his favor. So let's jump in and see what's happening on from Kenny's perspective. This is really cool. We could of course say hi. We really shouldn't do it because we would probably be disturbing. He gets a little ping when someone is trying to chat. And you can actually extend the chat window. So yeah, he's asking questions. Why don't you ask Athena? All right, cool. So Kenny is absolutely live here. What's going on? It's very hard to see. It's a big screen. I think I've seen this one before. Yeah. I wish I could help you, Kenny, but I won't. This one you have to figure out yourself. You tried that? And there's no, you have a lot of hints. Why don't you just use a hint? I would do that. I would use a hint. Most people are very afraid to use hints, but the cost of using a hint versus, yeah, the time, well, what you lose by losing a lot of time, you have to reconsider. Don't be afraid to use a hint. But Athena uh, won't help. Oh, that's cool. Yeah, thanks, Athena. Yeah, I'm just trying to. The reason I'm not looking into the into the camera is I have a screen just beside of me where I have a little bit bigger screen than my Mac. Look at Kenny. I see him. So Kenny, this is a very good example where who's your best friend when you're stuck? Who's our best friend when we're stuck with anything? Who can we ask? Just anything. If AI, if the fantastic artificial intelligence have no clue, who can help? Why don't you just Google it? You try that? Alright. It's so tempting to help. I'm going to resist my. I'm going to resist. I'm not going to try to help. Yeah, try Google. That's a really good idea, you know. Awesome. Now this is this. I mean, this is how you learn. You're stuck. I mean, you're. I mean, your brain is really it's boiling now, isn't it? How do I solve this? And when you find the answer, when you figure it out, that's a very good example of lessons that I mean you're never going to forget that ever. So the harder you have to work to find the answer, the better the learning. So this is really just a good example. It's a pain to be stuck, of course it is, but you'll thank yourself for searching for and finding the answer yourself. So that's a very very good example of super efficiency of Project Ares. And sometimes people are really not ready for missions. I mean, they have not, maybe they have not trained enough, maybe not read enough, and yeah, and sometimes I don't know. Also, I can see myself on the big screen in Vegas. This is really weird. So it's it's late evening over here, and in the middle of the day where you're at. Well, the world gets very small right now. Yeah. So I wish I could be there with you guys. This is, but here almost freezing outside. For the past few nights, it's been around well below zero, and really really freezing. So yeah, cool. So I'm getting a picture from Monique. It's really really cool. I asked her for a favor. I asked her to take a lot of pictures because I think what you guys are doing is really really awesome, and this is just what the world needs. A lot more people finding a way, or maybe catching an interest in a career in cybersecurity. We're in desperate need of people who wants to join the cyber ninja forces out there. Okay, so you had lunch. Cool. I think I'll go and grab something to eat as well. I've spent a lot of hours just this evening, just to make sure that everything worked perfectly, and with a very very good help of one of my friends over at Circadence, my friend Ty, we were able to pull this off and get everyone connected. So this is awesome stuff. How are we doing on the scoreboard? Let's see. It's still the same. So Ken is a little bit stuck. I bet he regrets starting with the ransomware mission right now. But he'll figure it out and he'll do just fine. No problem. Okay, so let's see. We have there are several pages here, 2 pages. We have more players. We have 20 players, which means someone is missing. Let's check this out. These are all our active players. We have 6, we have 10. Past 10. Who's inactive? None. 1, 2, 3. That's 10. Okay, there's another page. That's 20. So looks like everybody has been able to log on. Everyone's there. I guess that was one of the most important issues for me, just to make sure that everybody got connected. Let's check my email. I don't see anyone having problems. There are 20 people in the room. You can go to sleep and check back with us. Monique, I'm just fine. Thank you very much. But yeah, I think I've done what I felt I had to do. I had to make sure that everybody got to play. Everything was okay. So I guess I'll just drop out for a while. But yeah, I might come back. I don't know. It was tempting to just leave the stream going and show the live event board, but it's not gonna refresh itself, so that's really not that cool. So what I think I'll do, I'll just what is it? Is registration closed or open? Gee, I almost forgot about that. Let's see. I think it's closed. I think registration is closed. But it depends on what time it is in Vegas at the moment. I think I set the registration to stay open until 1 p.m. So after that, it should not be possible to register. And also, I've yeah. Okay, so no, registration is closed. we will not be able to add more users, and there's a couple of reasons for that. Normally we would it's 1:39. Okay, so registration is closed half an hour ago. Okay, so who you got there? You could borrow him your account, of course, or the one that you borrowed from me. It's just stupid to have someone's shoulder surfing, but that's the way it goes. You know, normally when we do have events, uh, we would normally we will normally close the registration 3 days before the event. And really the background for that is to make sure that we have every single one pre-registered. Now we had to improvise a little bit today, but looks like we were able to pull it off. Thanks to I mean, your IT and security people. Of course, you would be able to figure this out in one way or the other. So, but on my side, we had to make sure that yeah, you don't give him my account. You just borrow it to him. So you can't have someone sitting there and not. No, it's not a problem. It's not a problem. We were able to solve it. I was just really not sure if we could do it because I really depended on Ty. You know, I had to have Ty on make sure that we had all the accounts activated when we needed to. And also, a couple of you are actually going to have. I mean, you will be playing until I don't know, Sunday, Monday. So I know there's a couple of you who have accounts open for 2 days. So good luck. Anyway, I'll think I'll maybe you heard my dogs. I mean, they're wondering what the hell. What's he doing? Who is he talking to downstairs? Yeah, I'm in the basement with a very nice green screen. I mean, maybe you saw the picture that I said. What it looks like in reality is really not that special, but when we do events, I really like to be able to drop in and help out if I can. So, and of course I've done this for a large scale. We did in May. We did the Paranoia Challenge with 100 players. So we had 100 players that we reduced down to 10 in the finals. That was one of the biggest online competitions with Project Eris that I've seen, except for the big event where Circadians pulled off in the Game of Titans, which was awesome, of course. And yeah, I did everything I could to participate in that. Even I was in the high north in the mountains, and I even built a mobile studio to be able to actually do a live stream with Zach Hill, but we failed miserably that night. So it was so I was just chatting all night. Anyway, I'm not gonna waste anybody's time. I hope you're having fun. I think I'm catching a little cold. Let's do a final look at the scores before we shut down here. It's Lead on top, followed by Bowie and Jacob. And now Q is coming up as well. So this is a cool thing. I've seen people all the way down on 10th place and just minutes before the end of the contest just rakes in all the points and wins. So they shouldn't be. You're not safe just because you have a big lead on someone. So that makes the whole thing very, very interesting. Anyway, guys, have fun. And yeah, don't take things too seriously, of course. It's just a game. Anyway, hope you'll learn a lot. To me, this is this is a learning experience of a lifetime. This is one of the most awesome ways of learning that I've seen ever. And I've been giving hacker courses. I've been giving classes for Christ, almost 20 years. And we used to build miniature cyber ranges and pull them along with on wheels with VMwares. But it's just pales in comparison to this awesome stuff that Circadence has pulled together. So I just can't wait until I get my hands on the Orion and start building missions for myself. I have some awesome ideas. So that's going to be a lot of fun. Anyways, see you guys. Have fun. I'm stopping the stream now, so cheers.